So to determine the width of the side trimmings, you need to get a tape measure, and from there you go inside. So here, for instance, I will be using the 1/2 inch measurement and just trace it from there. So actually it's very similar pattern, or these two sides are similar, are the same. So you also have to consider the placement for the studs. So that would be the placement for the side trimmings. I think that these are further explained in the photos that I had attached here. I'm just making this video just for you to at least refer to if you think you're getting lost if you think you're getting lost in translation while doing all this. Now, as I've said a while ago, there's this measurement that I'm requiring you, and I actually marked it with a pen. So the number 1 measurement is the length of under bust to side seam. So based on this is the length of the under bust to side seam. I'm going to get a tape measure and measure this to this. Determine the back. I mean, it also helps if you visualize how it falls also from the back. You have to consider that. So that would be the length of under bust, the length of under bust to side seam. Under bust to side seam. So you don't need to get this one because we had already we'll be basing that already from your own measurement that Adelia had taken from you. Now for the number 2, it's the curve. It is from the under bust, the under wire of your bra to where you want your curve to begin. So using a tape measure, using your pattern, I am going to, from the under bust, as you could see here, this is the curve. So I'm going to measure it from here to here, under bust to the curve. And also, in addition to that, as also you can see in the photos, I had also made the measurement from the side seam to the curve. So it's the similar point, under bust to the curve. Now you just sway this. You just have to pivot this tape measure to the side seam using the same point, and that would be the other one, from the seam to the curve. Now for the number 4, it's the width of straight trimmings, as I've said a while ago. This is the measurement of the trimmings, the one that we've just taken. From here, you go inside into the traced line. Now, it's actually 4A and 4B are the same, as I've said a while ago, and also in my email. And then for 4C, it's the shaded area along first tip of the curve. So here, you also need to get the width of the straight trimmings here. I think it's better if you refer to the photos. I think it's the photos, the explanations there are clearer. Now, what else you need? So that would be it. That would be the measurement that I am requiring. But now let's go to the slit of your skirt. I'm going to take this. So now you could imagine here is perhaps this way. Holding this up. I'll just pin a kind of, just to show you the slit for your skirt here. For instance, I want the slit of my skirt to end here. I'll just make any pin will do, like this one. I'll make this mesh. That's how the length opening of my skirt. And I'll try to get a pair of high heels. And then from there, for instance, this would be the slit of the skirt. What I'm going to do is to measure from the ribbon. This is what I had suggested previously. Measure for the smallest part of the waist, which is located in the ribbon, and the tape measure perpendicular to the floor. It has to be straight. Measure here to the opening. For in my case, it's 10 inches in that part. But I am suggesting it's better since Atelier took the measurement, and I think it's better if you would begin from the underbust, which is the underside of your bra, and then you measure down perpendicular to the floor, measure to the opening side, and here in my case it's 13. So that would be the measurement for my slit, for the slit of my skirt. So here it goes. So it's up to you. So the decision is up to you. Just showing you how you would take the measurement. So it's better if you base it from the underbust down to the side opening of the slit of your skirt. So I hope that this video had helped you in some way, and I think the photos explains it further, explains it better. So as a reminder, here is the underbust for the empire, and then this is the smallest part of my waistline, which is the tied with the ribbon, and waist straight down to the slit opening. But as I've said, it's better if you take it from the underbust to the slit opening. And then the first hip is the first curve, pelvic bone here, bent. So here would be the first hip, and it is where the bodice of your gown, of your dress, would end. Here, first hip. The second hip is the widest curve. So to explain further, using the body measurement of the mannequin, this will be my underbust or the empire, and the smallest part, as you can see, is the waist. This is the waist, and then around 3.5 inches down the waist, where your pelvic bone is located here. This is your first hip, and this is where the front bodice would end in the first hip. So this is how long the front body's pattern is going to be. And then the widest part of the hip, 7.5 to 8 or 9 inches down the waist, would be the second hip. It is also where the fullest part of the buttocks is located. That is the second hip. But for your front bodies, I'm just requiring you to use the first hip. So, for instance, I'm getting this front bodies. Example, based on my body measurement, this will fall here, down here, to here. So this is going to this is going to be the front bodice pattern that I'm requiring you. This one. This is the side seam from the. This is the side seam that I'm requiring. This is the width. So it's up to you. So it's better if you would get your measurement. I think it's more precise if you get your measurement from the under bust to the slit of your skirt opening here. So you take that measurement while standing up. I am just sitting down right now because it's hard for me to fit in the camera. So I hope that helps a lot, and let's just a video conference if you have any further questions. But I hope you would try to also understand the photos and the letter that I'll be sending you later on. So thank you very much for listening. Good luck.